Adriana Ramirez ran this thing, so I didn't have to.
Give it up for all your hosts.
Adriana Ramirez.
Clebo Rainey, Gino, Will Ritchie, Lindsey Stone, and all the staff. Shaboom. All our bout managers, all our scorekeepers, all our brave judges, our DJ Be Smooth, and this fucking house one more time. Y'all give it up one time.
All right. God, I gotta pull some cash out here too, don't I? Did y'all know there was cash coming out of this thing too? There's cash coming out of this thing. There's money. Now, I want you guys to do me a favor. Every guy who's been a poet in Dallas owes something to this man, because he started poetry here in Dallas for us, and all of us cut our teeth down at Club Clearview.
Amen.
I want y'all to give it up for Clebo Rainey, and I want Clebo to come take this mic for a few minutes. Y'all give it up for Clebo.
The originator!
Well, we've had a great gathering here tonight. Everybody's had an awesome time here tonight, hadn't they? Awesome. The poetry's just been unbelievably, fantastically fucking good tonight. Wow, great. It's been a pretty rough year for me, a little bit. I've kind of retired from the poetry slam scene, passed it off to Rock Baby. I've been doing a lot of teaching. This poem that I want to do, I want to dedicate to all the poets in the world, most particularly to a local poet who died this year by the name of Robert Trammell. Started Word Space, not a slam poet, but he's worked in the Dallas poetry scene for a long, long time. Airplane spread his ashes out over White Rock Lake a couple of months ago. Robert Trammell. And I also want to dedicate it to all the people that love poets. Everybody hold your hand up if you love a poet. I mean, really love a poet. A lot of us would not be here if it wasn't for someone holding down some shitty day job like me, or slaving away to help us be artists. And in particular, I want to dedicate it to my wife, Naomi Colley. She was diagnosed with cancer 2 days before Christmas, and she's doing really well. She's going to be down at Nationals this weekend. She's doing great. So this is for all the poets and for those that love poets. It's called The River. There's a river that flows through this life of mine. Poets writing words when the scorched earth feeding small streams across waiting people, their minds thirsty for the righteous. Through the years I have watched over and tended to these humble souls, an imperfect servant at best. Lines of their poetry wound down the shoreline of mighty river crest, their day jobs beating at them with the rotted wood of half-submerged trees. Moss dropping in their tortured love life, floating in the putrid backwash in the shade of oak and weeping willows beneath their limbs. A baby sinks to the lost darkness of still waters. Sometimes these artists lose faith in their talent. Little streams dry up under the unending heat of a Texas sun, car payments and rent. Parental expectations, wives and husbands tired of supporting their worthless words, blowing in the dust of a barren land. Cactus and bull nettles, their only reward at the end of a tortured dream. But then comes a rainy season when poems grow with hope and inspiration, and love is reborn, and the light at sunset is perfect for getting the cinema just right as they turn a simile into a holographic yellow rose. Then the river is full of smiles and warm friends on living room couches making their way across America, spreading wisdom and truth. Honey and wine and a bowl of warm rice. That's a nice reward for a poet, don't you know? Sweethearts, the rodeo, their heels kicking high on the spoken word stage, glory flowing through their blood. All the passion and emotions of a lifetime of experience dripping down their tear ducts across soft but weathered cheeks down to the river. The river washes across the world down cruel streets and the jails and homeless shelters. Drenches shattered masses too lost to find hope in their own lives, but clinging with hungry hearts to a line of prose shining with insight and wonder. The river washes across the world. Nothing can withstand this power, but either buildings crumble, land is changed, and way only God can. Poets and their poems come washing through the valleys and the winding tale of our lives in a flood of expression. Black poets raging against the injustice of slavery and what has wrought our civilization. Gay poets who want to be thought of as normal and given the same respect any human being deserves. White poets trying to shed their guilt and make amends for privilege. And female poets want to be considered equal and safe. And poets who have lost a lover and to remember them forever will line a prose that cuts to the center of their being and embeds it with barbed wire and lace. And champion poets who always win and always have that same smug smile on their face even when the river can't wash away. And young poets who just want to go around shouting, "Fuck!" and get in your face with angry words. And old poets like me, whose time is growing shorter, and the light at the end of their days is calling them home with a hickory wind. And the mighty river just keeps on flowing through eternity to the end of time when the world is shattered into a billion cosmic pieces. And even then, tiny crystals will twinkle with a pure, pristine line of prose that will nurture a new and a better world where poets are blessed and those that love them too. Thank you.